In this video, we'll see the renovation process of an approximately 75-year-old adobe house. This old adobe house is located in the Romanian countryside. The man renovating the house openly questions whether such a project is a smart idea. We'll see the result together at the end of the video. First, the interior of the house is completely dismantled. The old adobe walls are demolished, and the wooden floor, which had been in use for years, is also removed. As the flooring is being removed, it becomes clear that the planks were laid directly into the soil. When the walls are opened up, it becomes clear that the house was actually built with adobe bricks applied over a wooden frame. The man plans to combine the kitchen and living room by completely removing the interior walls. As the demolition continues, it is becoming clear that some of the load-bearing elements are more complex than expected. After most of the interior walls have been removed, it's the ceiling's turn. The aim is to reveal the old roof beams again. Because when the house is renovated, this section will be transformed into a high and open living space. The man continues his work by dismantling an old mud brick oven. This oven was built years ago using traditional methods. It appears that both clay bricks and handmade mud brick blocks were used in the oven. The work then continues on the rooftop. As the planks are removed, the filling material that has been in place for years falls down on its own. The man is proceeding while considering both safety and the materials that can be salvaged. First, he prepares temporary supports to prevent the load-bearing sections from collapsing. Then, he removes the last piece of wooden flooring in the kitchen area. The man first wants to dismantle the chimney and the area around the fireplace to see the condition of the wall behind it. Meanwhile, the new plan for the house begins to take shape. An extension will be added to the side, and a new doorway will be created leading to the exterior stairs. In this section, demolition is now combined with reconstruction. He leaves space on the side that will become the kitchen for the window his wife wanted, then covers the exterior with OSB panels. The man says the whole place looks like a war zone, but now there are new walls. After the demolition, the work now turns to preparing the foundation. The area next to the house is being excavated to a depth of approximately 5 meters by 6 meters. The man first digs a new foundation trench, trying to preserve the existing house's foundation. When the soil shifts, he installs temporary supports with OSB, then pours a reinforced concrete foundation. Afterwards, brick walls are built in rows, and their interiors are filled with concrete. In this section, the framework of the additional structure is beginning to be erected. Despite the cold and rainy weather, the ground beams are being installed. The man has to remove part of the old roof to connect the new section to the existing house. As the roof is opened, years of warping, rotten wood, and unexpected problems are revealed. After the roof is removed, the plan for the upper floor of the house begins to take shape. The owner wants to use this section as the master bedroom in the future and plans to raise the roof by about half a meter. The roof of the house is now beginning to take its final form. The most difficult part is the valleys where the two roof sections meet, because each piece has to be cut at a different angle. The man first installs the interlocking ceiling boards on top of the rafters, then lays down foam insulation in layers of 10 cm and 5 cm thicknesses. Then he attaches the slats to the top. Ultimately, when viewed from the inside, a warm-looking ceiling with exposed beams is formed. The final look of the roof is beginning to emerge. The man is covering the roof by reusing tiles he salvaged from the old house. When the tiles ran out, pieces of the same type were found in an old barn, and in this way most of the roof was completed. The gable walls and window openings of the upper floor are being prepared. Then the exterior facade is covered with OSB panels. The house is finally starting to be sealed off against the cold. The man first installs the exterior insulation. Then second-hand windows are installed. Although aligning them is difficult because the walls are crooked, the house is now warmer. Next, open stairs leading to the second floor are being constructed. The steps are being made using repurposed wood salvaged from the old house. In this section, the interior of the house begins to transform into a true living space for the first time. Man first arranges the supporting structures in the entrance area and prepares a special foundation for the corner where the fireplace will sit. Next, underfloor heating pipes are laid and the entire floor is covered with concrete. The man is installing the entrance door. Then the electrical lines and outlet locations are being prepared. Insulation is being installed between the walls on the upper floor. Then the drywall panels are cut and installed. Wire mesh is first fixed to the walls, then plaster is applied in thin layers. Meanwhile, tile and stone cladding work continues in the bathroom. The walls are being painted, the old wooden beams are being cleaned and varnished, and the ceiling boards between the beams are being painted white. Next, a barrier is laid on the concrete floor, and wooden planks are installed at a 45-degree angle. The interior details of the house are still taking shape. Wooden railings are being made for the upstairs space and stairs. A dedicated area is being prepared for the water system. Concrete is being poured over this section, which is being constructed using blocks. Then, custom-made metal railings are painted and installed. Afterwards, the entire floor is coated with oil-based wood stain. Windowsills are being finished, and the ceiling fan is being installed. The floor is being varnished, and the sink, faucet, cabinets, and stove are being put in place in the kitchen. After months of demolition, excavation, foundation, roof, insulation, flooring, and interior finishing work, this old adobe house is now habitable again. Initially, it looked like just a tired and decaying structure, but each part was dismantled. The materials that remained intact were reused, and the house was transformed into a modern yet warm living space that retained its character. Of course, some details are still waiting to be completed, but now there is light and warmth inside this house, and a new life has begun. The homeowner's YouTube channel link is available in the description. You can visit their YouTube channel.